thanks for joining us here on Adventures with Greg and Sabrina. And we're going to be doing an unboxing and review on this X-Men Legacy arcade machine from Arcade 1-Up. As you can see, this Arcade 1-Up machine is extremely rare to get a hold of. If you go looking anywhere, you're going to find it to be pretty hard to find. This was back in the day when they had the 4-player setup. They also came out with a 2-player one, but this one here is very special because it comes with a light-up marquee, the stool, and the riser that's on the bottom. So we're going to do a full unboxing, a full review of this classic, nice machine. And I also want to say hats off to you, Big James, out of Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. That's awesome. Thanks for the device. We're going to check it out. Now, we're going to see every panel and sides and angles before we tear this down. And it says it has a light-up marquee, light-up deck protector, which I don't know what the hell that is, but we're going to look into that. As you can see here, color-changing light-up deck. So, that's something I didn't know I had. Custom riser included. And that's the very bottom of this. I would say that this is more like a Supreme arcade machine. It has a molded coin door for 4 coin listing there for 4-player, which is obviously fake and doesn't work. So as you can see, it says it has online multiplayer, no subscription needed, but everybody might know already that Arcade 1-Up is shutting down. You can't get these machines anymore. It was announced today on their Facebook, and then last week or so they dropped the dime on everybody that the email went out showing that you're not going to be seeing Arcade 1-Up anymore. So as you can see, this comes with 3 games. Okay, 3 games included. Now, I've always wanted this machine, but every time I went to go get it, it was gone. You know, you would see it, and then I show up, you know, like a week later or something. I'm like, okay, I'm coming to pick it up. I got my truck. Oh no, it's gone. So over here where I live, these actually sell out really fast. And so this box may look kind of damaged. It is kind of sealed and everything, but people can always reseal them, obviously. It's very hard to find a sealed Arcade 1-Up that's older, because usually these are older and you're not going to find them in good condition. A lot of people retape them up and stuff, and this is, you know, you can tell it's been retaped a few times or something, and not too sure if somebody put it together and took it apart and put it together and took it apart. Who knows, you know? So you're at the will of eBay, everybody. But this day and age, if it works, we're good. So obviously here they have all the, this comes with the 17-inch LCD monitor, which is like one of their biggest ever made. They were talking about coming out with a 19-inch Supreme cabinet, like 20-inch basically, that's like as big as it can be. Obviously, you know, the box has seen better days, but it is what it is. Let's take a look at this. We're going to do a full unboxing of both sides. We're going to show you everything here. I'm kind of winging it here for the moment. Obviously, this is really nice. This is super nice. Just to have this. Now, the damage here, there's nothing that can be done about that, you know, but it is what it is. So we're going to do this unboxing, and of course it says over 70 pounds. Of course it is, you know, it's freaking huge. And then here's the other side of it. Like I said, you'll never see this ever again. This is an extremely rare thing, okay? And for those people who don't know, the X-Men 97 came out this year in 2025 over, I think it was April or May, and it sold out right away. It sold out so fast. Like, literally, I was like, okay, well, they came out with it. I could order it off of Amazon. I don't want to order it from Amazon. I want to go to Best Buy and get it. I go to Best Buy. He's like, the guy told me, we had like 3 or 4 people come in, and they literally bought all of ours. And I said, what? 3 or 4 people? That doesn't sound normal. He said, yeah, as soon as we put them out. It's like somebody told him. So, the Xmen 97, we may never see that again, because Arcade 1-Up is no longer making these consoles and these gaming things anymore. So, we had to get it while we could. So, let's get to unboxing and find out. Thanks, Big James. We're going to check this thing out. Okay, so this is how it's going to come for one of these deluxe XL cabinets that have everything. So you're going to see that, you know, when you first open this thing, you're going to have multiple boxes. Everything's going to be sealed and taped up. And yeah, this is pretty crazy. Let's get to digging in. Okay, so this is how it's going to come. This is everything out of the packaging. Obviously, this is the side panels, because back then they made smaller cabinets, so they had to have a riser. So even though the deluxe XL kind of cabinets these days, they don't come with the riser or the extension, because, you know, they made these kind of short thinking kids would like it that way and this and that. But anyways, here's the side panels. They're going to come sealed like that. Then we've got the bag that has everything in there that's ridiculous, like a whole bunch of stuff that's got to be hooked up. And then here is the seat and some of the control panels. And then you're going to get boxes, more boxes, and then the inside of the box is completely empty. Surprisingly, I don't see anything that hopefully didn't damage anything, and that shipping and everything of this nice machine, and that it will still work. So let's check it out and find out. Thanks, James. We're gonna get into this thing right now. Okay, so like I always say, whenever you get one of these machines, I have done unboxing video on my Pac-Man and on my Mortal Kombat machine, which you can see right there. I've never posted those videos because they're so long, so I'm going to try to make this one shorter. My Pac-Man one was step-by-step guide, and it took quite a while to actually put the video together, and I've kind of stopped with it because it's literally like almost 2 hours long. And when people want to see a put together video, I don't think they want to see 2 hours long, you know. So your first steps are going to be, you know, obviously you want to get, if it has a light up marquee, if it has all these components here, you want to hook them all up and then plug it into the wall and make sure that the actual components work, that the screen lights up, that it comes on and works, that the speakers work. Make sure that everything works. However, since I bought this off of eBay, you know, if one speaker don't work, there's not really much we can do about it. You know, I can order replacement parts through Arcade 1-Up, and that won't be much longer. So you have till the end of the year to order replacement parts. So in this situation, we're kind of going over everything. The Pac-Man video took a lot longer to make as I went through everything step by step. These will have these little foam blocks over each one of these controls, and these discs right here, one side looks pretty good, the other side looks like cheap plastic. So you're going to take these off and you're going to put the cheap plastic down there, and then you're going to go color coordinated, because each one of these is color coordinated. So whenever you look at this, you got the ball here, and we're going to put that thing on there somehow, one way or the other. And it's an easier said than done. So it's already on. So, and so as you can see, you got to go through and put that on all four. I wanted the 4-player one in case if, you know, me, friends, kid, or anybody, we could all play. And the original machines, they go for 5 to 10 grand, the originals. And for Arcade 1-Up to sell these around $500 to $1,000 these days, that's a lot cheaper than actually, you know, buying the original machine, because the original machine is going to take a lot more maintenance. And they have an upgraded original machine that has an LCD TV versus the old tube TVs. The original one had 2 tube TVs put together to make the screen. But we're going to get into this and find out. Does this thing work? Like I said, hook it up first and make sure it works before you waste all your time putting it together, because otherwise you're going to be here for a while. Okay, so first thing you're going to do is obviously put the stool together, because the stool comes with instructions. It'll come with a bag that comes with these types of screws. They have the threads on the inside and then like a hex on the other side, as you can see. These will fit into here and go through as the screw goes in on the other side. And so you put the bottom of the base of this together first before you put the top on. And next steps. Okay, so next step with this chair is you're gonna put these little white discs that you can see that it comes with. This all comes in one package for the chair. And so these beams are put together with those extension screws. They have the screws on the other side, like I just said. And then it should have the caps already on these, unless if they fell off. But these here, you're going to put these little pads in between there so it doesn't damage or break, because this is like usually like cheap wood that's real thin, you know. And then you're going to put these type of hex screws in there, those 4 screws, and then that's that. And then the chair is fabulous, and it has everybody on the sides of it. The thing that I kind of have a problem with is you see these older X-Men on here, you know, and then you have the X-Men, you know, the Arcade 1-Up. I've seen stools like these built better by other companies, so, you know, this is more like kind of like some of the 80s mixed with it. But that Colossus is kind of a newer Colossus when you have this older Cyclops on here. So that's kind of strange, you know, because Cyclops didn't look like that back then. And so the very top of it has Cyclops, the older one. So let's go on to the next steps, putting together the riser and then the machine. Okay, so step 1 is you're going to take this big long piece, one of the side cabinet pieces, and lay it down flat. And you're going to put the pegs in it. As you can see, the bigger holes are for screws that go all the way through, and then the pegs don't go all the way through. And so this is like a backing that kind of holds the actual back part on. And then this is where the speakers are just pegs. And then the marquee that lights up is pegs and then a screw that's going to come through the other side. This is where the TV is going to go. And then make sure you lay out all of your stuff, all your bags, because like this one here is pretty important. This is like what, B? Okay, and then you're going to have all your bags like E with these types of screws. Now keep in mind they also give you what's known as spare parts. Okay, so in case, and that's not very many. I've seen China give me a lot more. You also want to make sure that you have all your wires and then your power pack that comes with it, you know, so that way you can supply power. Now, lay this down, put the pegs in it, and then you're going to be on to the next steps. One of the first things I always like to do is put on these cover pieces first. As you can see, they'll have multiple slots for each one of the sides that go in there. And so these will go in here, and these are going to use the small screws if I am correct. And this cabinet actually has a dual panel, so it's going to be the black side that's shiny, and it's going to have this is going to be on the front. And so these fit into the slots that are on here. So I'd put those in, and you're going to flip this around once they're in there. And then you're going to put the baby screws in there to hold it into place, if that makes sense. The baby screws should be, if I'm correct, these here. So these, oh, they're falling out, is C, number C. So we're going to get that all together and then show you the next steps. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so once you'll find these little black circular pieces. They look like this in the box, and that's for the backing. Those are J, and they help hold the panels in place. And then you're going to use, and it's not the other ones, it's actually K, these little black screws. Okay, so these little black screws that look like that, K goes to the backs right here, and this is what they look like when they're in there. So the big fat side down and the small part top up, as you can see, and that's how you put these J's in there with these here to put that coin slot panels on. Okay, so you're going to take panel G, which has the slot, and the slot goes to the back of the thing. So don't get confused that this big thing would be in here. You're going to put the pegs into this, and we kind of pushed them in too far there, but the pegs go into the inner part on the inner holes, and as you can see, it's going to line up with a nice opening here to put your coin door in right here. So the coin door is going to have notches right here. You see the notch on the end here? That notch is going to go all the way down to there. So that way it can fit in just like so. As you can see. Nice, eh? Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to flip it on its side, and you're going to put this piece G, even though I just had it the other way a minute ago, and you're going to line it up nice and good, and you're going to use 2 screws, 2 of B. B are the really long ones. And then you're going to screw them in there and then hold it together. Oh yeah. Okay, so your next step is you're going to have 2 K panels, and we already have these pegs in, as you can see. So the K is going to go to the back and then a K to the front, and then you're going to put the screws in that are the B screws. So both pieces already have the pegs and they go in, and then you're going to be doing, is it J next or L?
L.
And then we'll go from there. Next, you're going to install the L panel and put the screw in at the bottom there. It's going to have the pegs in there like the rest of the board has, is 2 pegs. And then the screws that are the long screws, just 1 screw that goes in on the side. So you're going to put L in, and then you're going to move on to the TV screen part. So the TV screen is going to take these little tabs that are number or letter.
They are F.
F. So they're going to be the little package with these things, and it's going to be F that you're going to put on there. And then you're going to have C's, and these C's, don't over tighten them, just bring them down flush to each one's on the sides, so that way you can install right here for the TV screen. Okay, so next you're going to obviously put the LCD screen in and line this up. Now the real tricky part is moving this out of the way, the antenna, and making sure those are tight. Then you're going to put the marquee in that fits in the pins, and you're going to put those long screws in here. And then you can slide in your speakers, which in my opinion there should be no gaps, but these systems are never perfect. Okay, so next you're going to attach the marquee and the speakers in there, and then these front panels, and then you're going to put it on the pegs and put the screws through it. But before you do all that, you may want to do what I didn't do. H. So the H is kind of a trick, and they labeled it wrong as like a D. So if you see on the back here, there's 4 screws in A, which A is the LCD panel, and there's 4. There's 1 down there, as you can see, right there, and then another there, and another there, and another up there. So that's what these 4 screws are for, H's. They hold the speaker to the LCD, I guess. And then don't forget to put these screws in here to attach it to the bottom on both sides. So usually you can kind of flip this around because everything's pretty much secure at this point, and then it's just screwing everything in. Okay, let's check this stuff out. So now is the final part where you're going to hook everything up. However, there is, if you have a custom unit, some have light up keyboards. So you might get a cable that looks like a Y cable. And this cable here will attach for lighting. This lighting, as you can see, goes into here. I think this should go down further if you ask me, but you know, that's kind of iffy in my opinion. And then if you have a light up keyboard, it's for the lights, for like light up keyboard and the marquee. So the marquee, they're going to plug into the light, and then this other one will plug into the keyboard down here. Then you're going to plug in the power and the speakers. Make sure you run the speakers from up there, and that's what that speaker one is. This power one here is kind of important because you're going to hook up an X cable. It's known as an X cable. So the X cable gets connected into here. That's the extension cable on the inside. And you're going to plug it into the back of this piece here. And then you're going to have two dangling pieces. I do it a little bit different than everybody. So this is for your keyboard. And then this right here is like an S cable, or it looks like an S cable to me, like a coax S cable or something. And then you're going to have your light up keyboard for the marquee. Okay, so there's three things that are going to get plugged into the Xmen machine. Other machines may not have an extra Y cable for extra lighting, but this is, like I said, like a Supreme cabinet. Not really a deluxe, but you know, if you ask me, it's Supreme. So you're going to take this panel here, and after this is all in here, you're going to slide this puppy in here, and you're going to line it up in these slots, and then you're going to put screws into here and screw into here, and then you're almost done. Then it'll be keyboard time. Okay, so now you're going to have somebody hold these wires like crazy, and this keyboard is a special type of keyboard. It lights up, and it does all kinds of stuff, and as you can tell, it's going to be a mother to plug in the one cable, the S cable, and then here is your light up cable for your lights that plug into that light thing. And then you're going to put the screws in the top, and those are the long ones that fit in there. Okay, so now we're putting together the riser, which is actually really easy. It seems confusing, but it's not, trust me. There is a front and back panel that are the biggest panels. So the bigger ones are the front and the back. And that's how it looks. Now, obviously, the bottoms are going to have these little white things on them all the way around. Now, the side panels are pretty obvious if they're decorated. If they're not decorated, then it makes it kind of confusing. But what you're going to do is you're going to put the pegs in the side panels off to the sides here. Okay, and these are going to be the screw holes, and those are going to be the pegs. So you're going to go through and grab both side panels, put the pegs in the top, pegs in the bottom, as you can see, 4, 4, 8. And then you have the inside panels, which are smaller. These are going to support the weight of the cabinet on the inside. So these here, you put the pegs in those, and these side pieces, these are going to go on the inside of the side pieces, and then these front ones go right to the front of the side pieces. So we're going to show you once that's all together. There should be two inner panels that go on the inside. So you put those into the side panels, and then we'll go on from there. Okay, so making this relatively simple and easy is with the pegs, you put the two side pieces, and then the centers, the insides are on the inside, and then you have these top pieces right here. Now this is a smooth side. You want to flip this over to this side that has a texture to it, and you'll notice the hole is a little bit different than this side, and that's because there's going to be a special screw that goes into there. And so you're going to put both of these textured ones at the top here, and then you're going to go and put all your screws in. The very last pieces that go on are going to be the front panels, how you slide them into the slots and put the screws in. Real simple, actually. Okay, final steps here. Just trying to show you just how simple this is. We ended up using the long screws that came with it. There'll be a pack of a lot of screws that have like a screw head that's pointy on them, and they might be rounded. And you'll see that they kind of look like that. I don't know what the number is.
Oh, it was G.
She says it was G, but they're kind of long, and they look rounded tip, etc. Well, I thought they were pointy. It is what it is. Anyways, so then you just put the front on. Really, really simple. You know, the pegs are there and everything, and these pieces go there. It's so simple. But you might be confused as to what are these holes right here across the top. Okay? And that's so you can bolt the cabinet. Once you set the cabinet on here, you can screw and bolt it to the cabinet so it's all one piece and solid and doesn't fall off or rock off of there when you have kids jumping and climbing on it. Anyways, let's go to gameplay video. Dun dun dun. Before we get started on today's most excellent adventure with the whole X-Men thing, I did want to show everybody there is this really cool, they make all different types of blankets, and apparently there's blankets of all types of games, comic books, all kinds of stuff out there, and I found it on Amazon. So I thought this was really cool. It's actually a blanket, and it's really, really soft. The back side is like a soft, really soft and good. It's not like those cheap, junky ones. Now, I'm sure you can find these at Walmart, but I found this at Amazon, and it was delivered right away. So that tells me they're around. So really neat, really cool blanket. And also wanted to show that you can change the color of the lighting. There is a button right over here, and you can do green and blue. Is that yellow, purple, you know, kind of mixed colors. That's kind of like white and purple, and then back to blue, and then it's off, and then red. So really cool. Okay, so here we are. We're gonna check out this gameplay. Obviously it's kind of louder than normal, so we're gonna turn that down a little bit. We're gonna show how this thing works out and everything like that. So obviously you can turn on down here at the bottom. You have the LED lighting, like I had already said. So I'm going to leave that on green. There's a button over here, and I'm going to say no to this because we don't need that. Obviously you have these other games on this console.
I'm in charge. She's
in charge. So get the start in there. And you know, so we're going to check out this gameplay. We're going to play the first level, and we're going to see how this game actually works and everything. The 4-player gameplay is really awesome. I want to do a special shout out to Big James, who made this possible. Wanted to say thanks for the dream machine that I have wanted since day one. You can find it, or many of these, on eBay. But they're very high priced, and Big James cut me a deal, so I have to do a shout out to him. I have to say it. And he has other arcade game, arcade 1-ups on there, and he does have a Simpsons one, if anybody's interested. His eBay shop is That Arcade Type. So, without further ado, let's check this thing out.
Why can't I?
It's left and right.
What?
So, I gotta remember jump and mutant power.
You know I'm being
and then attack. So watch out. The mutant power, you want to save that because you can run that out.
Alright.
In the 21st century.
And so you can give yourselves additional lives or extra lives by hitting your player button, so you can have unlimited lives. It's like unlimited coins, which is really awesome. So this is really awesome.
Go and save the city.
I gave myself like a whole bunch of
I
lives.
didn't give myself any lives. You're cheating already.
You can do it.
I will in a second, but I'm getting attacked.
Greg and Sabrina play games.
That's all we do. Get away from me. There we go. Now we're even. Not really.
Oh, wow. I want to get this guy down here. Oh, yeah.
Use your mutant powers.
What? I can't slash him?
You better do something. You're gonna get beat up.
I'm just gonna use mutant powers everywhere.
Oh, that's just jumping. Oh, wait, no. I think I just died. Despicable.
Whoa.
Oh, you got a gun. Come here. Let me beat you. Oh, no, he shot me. Uh-oh. Mutant powers.
Whoa.
I only did one? Really? I couldn't have took out all of them? Come on, Storm.
I wonder why the Sentinels are the same size as your character. So my superpower is Super Slash.
Mine's a tornado. Sounds about right.
Wow.
Are you getting beat up down here? Oh no, he's got a gun.
Holy moly.
He's got a gun.
What am I gonna do?
I don't know. We gotta move faster, maybe? Alright, mutant powers.
This would go good with some pizza. Pizza that's like, you know,
Oh, I just died
back in the day
again.
pizza. You have to get Pizza Hut pizza or it's just not official. No Ninja Turtles.
Oh, don't
Whoa,
get burned.
there's fire.
You ain't
Is that the
gonna do
first
nothing.
boss?
Yeah. Ooh, he flamed
Give
me.
myself some more lives.
Come here. No.
I think we'll only play to the first boss because I'll do a separate video on gameplay of this because I actually own this game.
Ah, you just have to kick me in my face, don't you? Oh, unacceptable.
Oh, man.
Come on, he's flashing.
It's like Ninja
He's
Turtles.
flashing.
Flash that
Almost
guy.
dead.
Flash
He's
the
almost
guy.
dead. Just keep beating him. Oh, he got me.
I cornered him.
Woo!
Yeah. And they go into the hole.
Excellent gameplay.
Just like on Ninja Turtles, we go into the hole, and this level kind of looks like it.
I thought we were done.
Well, that should do it for today, folks. For all of those of you, Big James, that arcade type, and if you guys are looking for some cool posters, you can find these on Amazon, believe it or not, where you get these, like, I got the border and everything, and these are the actual cards from back in the day. So keep all that in mind. Thanks, Arcade 1-Up. I'm gonna miss you guys. Till next time.
Click on Zombie Apocalypse.